Hey there, welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name's Richard. I'm coming to you today from the Port of Miami, outside of the Carnival terminal. There are two ships here in port today. One is of the Vista class, which is the Vista and the Horizon and the Panorama, and one is of the Excel class, which is the Mardi Gras and the Celebration. And what I want to show you today is, what do you do right when you get on board? Most people are just going to go to the buffet and stuff like that, but there are certain things you can do that will benefit you in the long run if you do them when you get right on board. So I'm going to take you through a whole tour, and we're going to talk about what to do before you get on, as you're getting on board your Carnival ship of the Vista class or of the Excel class. So follow along as we go in the terminal and get things started. So we just got through security. They check your documents, and Carnival does have a drug dog here. So security right there. You can bring on 2 bottles of wine. We brought on 2 bottles of wine, and there's a cool little tunnel right here that I'm in, and it looks like they're just about ready to start boarding. Yeah, this is the boarding announcement, but I want to show you something else that you really should be doing before you get on board. But yeah, once you go through security, which is right back there, you go forward, and then they'll make sure that you've got all your documents and everything like that. So yeah, when you get into the Carnival terminal, right when you come past this little entrance right here, what you want to do, you want to go over to guest services. And you might say, why? Well, because the guest services line, once you get on the ship, is like ridiculously long for most of the day. So you want to make sure everything's good, make sure you've got your credit card number and everything like that. But what you also want to do is you want to ask for your folio number. I'll tell you my folio number for this cruise because it's irrelevant to you unless you're on the ship. Well, actually, if you're watching this on the ship, I'm not going to tell you my folio number, but this is about a 5-digit number, and this is how you charge on board. But what it does is it allows you to get on the Wi-Fi, to get in the app, to make your bookings, to do everything before everybody else does. So that's a huge tip. Go get your folio number at guest services while you're waiting to get on board the ship, which is just right when you get through security. Go to guest services where you usually put cash on your account, if you had a cash account, and have them give you your folio number. So after you get the folio number, it's really super important to get that folio number because it lets you book things like the brewery tour, the ship tours, and all that stuff before anybody else even gets their folio numbers. There's going to be 2 boarding zones. You've got East and West, A and B, 1 and 2. They'll call it different things in different terminals. You always want to go to the further away one. If you look, I'm going to move the camera, there's just a cluster of people down there. But if you go here, there's nothing. Now you do have to wait for your number to be called. So you wait for your boarding number to be called. We are B7. They just called the A's. They called the Platinums. They called the Diamonds. Now I will tell you, I will be Platinum on my next cruise, which will be on the Jubilee. So definitely stick around for that. That's going to be in January. But my next Carnival cruise that I have scheduled. But yeah, you always want to go to the further zone because there's going to be a lot less people. So definitely do that. And we're going to get on board, and we're going to go where intrinsically a lot of people wouldn't go, because a lot of people are going to go up, they're going to go to the buffet. We will make it to the buffet, we'll mosey the buffet, but we're going to go to some places before the buffet, and you're going to have to kind of stick around and see where we're going to go. But this is what you do kind of right when you get on your cruise. So we are moving, and we are headed on the ship now. You'll see this is the lines of people at the closer embarkation. So you always want to go, this is, if you're going out of Miami, this is embarkation east. You want to go to embarkation west, or in other ports there might be, embarkation A, embarkation B, embarkation 1, embarkation 2. Now the lines do merge. When you get right up here, the lines do merge, but overall, it's quite a smooth process, I'll tell you right now. It has been about 25 minutes since we got dropped off at the curb, and we are already headed on board. So very efficient process overall. But the real question is, what do you do once you're on board? Because you can't go to your room, and everybody just goes to the buffet. But there's some different options, and we'll talk about those once we get on. So we just got on the ship, and you might go, where do you want to go when you just get on the ship? So you're going to get on deck 6 in a place called Celebration Central. What you want to do? The elevators are going to be hosed. So you want to just take the stairs up 2 decks. We're going from deck 6. We're now on deck 7, which I basically call the casino deck. And we're going to head now up to deck 8. That is the Miami section of this ship. Slightly different theme than other ships, but it's the Miami section of this ship. And that's where they have the embattled pizza place, Miami Slice, which there's a Miami pizza restaurant that's suing Carnival because Carnival used that name. But you got the pizza place, you've got the sandwich shop, and you've got the barbecue right up here. 2 decks from where you get on board. So just take the stairs up 2 decks. You're gonna walk through the photo gallery right here. And we should have, in a perfect world, we should have some pizza. So we're gonna go through the photo gallery. Sorry, 2 flights of stairs kills me. But we walk this way, and we should have the 820 Biscayne, which is the Miami area of the ship. And right after this section, we will have Miami Slice, as well as the Deco Deli. This is where you should go, right when you get on board, to avoid the madhouse of the buffet upstairs. You'll see there's nobody here. Miami Slice, and down just a little bit, you've got the Deco Deli. On the Excel class, Celebration of Mardi Gras, they have some very different items here. So this is where you want to go. And we got another place we're going to check out after that. But yeah, go on to deck 6 and come on right up to deck 8. So before you stuff your face more with pizza and sandwiches, you want to head over to the Shore Excursions desk. Now you can do this on any of the cruise ships, and why you want to do this is because they have the behind the scenes tour. If it's something you want to do, it is going to fill up super quick. There's 4 spots left as of right now, and literally the ship just opened. So definitely you want to head over if it's something you want to do. It's a 4-hour tour that shows you kind of behind the scenes. You can't take a lot of photos or a lot of videos on it, but it will show you the bridge, it'll show you the engine control room, show you the galley, show you the food storage, show you everything like that. So if it didn't work for me this time because I have a cooking class at the time they're offering it, but you definitely want to go ahead and you want to check that out if it's something you want to do, and you need to sign up right when you get on board. So instead of running up to the buffet, come over to the Carnival Adventures and sign up for that tour if it's something you want to do. So the next place I'm going to recommend you go, you're going to get a deck 8, the back of deck 8. We were already on deck 8 where Carnival Adventures was, where the pizza is and everything like that. And you're going to go to the watering hole, which has a bunch of stuff in it, including a band, but more specifically, it's got barbecue. It's got the Guys Pig and Anchor Barbecue, which actually has smokers and everything, and they make all their meats right on board. Now this is, you serve yourself in a buffet style during the day, and at night they'll come and serve you. But it's a cool place to go. Instead of going up to the buffet where it's going to be super crowded, people are not going to find this back on deck 8. You've got different meats, different sides, different sauces that you can try out here. And yes, it is all included. And you get some pizza, get some sandwiches, and then come and get your barbecue on at Guys Pig and Anchor Smokehouse, which there's also a brewery attached. But they have real smokers right there. Their smoke is no joke. So let's play a game called Richie Told You. Remember I told you should go see guest services in the terminal? Remember I said check that in the terminal, get your folio, do all that? This is the line half an hour into embarkation at guest services on the ship. I hope you watched this video, did yourself a favor, and you did what you had to do in the terminal, because that's going to do you a lot better overall. So after all that food, all the pizza, all the everything, all the sandwiches, all the barbecue, we went to our muster station and we checked in, and now we are going up to deck 16, which is generally where the madness is on the ship. Deck 16. It's the Lido deck, but it is my favorite Lido deck of any Lido deck ever made, and really, truly, honestly, the defining feature of the Excel class of Carnival ships. So we're in the elevator now, headed to deck 16. I'll see you up there. Alright, so about an hour after we got on board, we finally made it up to deck 16, which is the buffet deck. The buffet is still slammed. It took us about 10 minutes to find a table, but I do want to talk about an area called Street Eats. These are like food trucks. They're out by the pool, and every single day they change what they have at Street Eats. So today they have chili cheese dog fries. Let me show them to you. So I got it. This is included as well, but it changes every day. Chili cheese dog fries, which is just, I'll read what it is. It's Texas chili, smoked links, smoked links, onions and peppers, char siu pork dumplings, which is a Rosino steamed dumpling, pickled Napa cabbage, crispy onions and scallion dip, and mad sizzle, which is a Turkish beef kebab. So yeah, we've got Turkish beef kebab today. We've got char siu pork dumplings, and we've got chili cheese dog fries. Now, those are the options today. Those options will be changing daily throughout the cruise, and they don't repeat. So there's 21 different dishes you can get over your entire cruise here at Street Eats up on the pool deck on deck 16. No line there. There's a line at the Blue Guana Cantina. There's a line for Guy's Burgers. There's a line for Shaq's Big Chicken. But there's no line right now over at Street Eats because people don't really know about it. It's right next to the Seafood Shack, but those three things are actually included with your cruise fare. All right, so if you remember, we started on deck 8. Remember I told you the buffet is going to be kind of crazy. We're up here at Shaq's Big Chicken. I just want to show you kind of what it looks like. This is why you want to go ahead and fill up. Fill up, get some sandwiches, get some pizza, get some barbecue, because the line here is crazy at Big Chicken. It'll also be crazy at the burger place, and it'll also be probably crazy what we walked by is at the taco place, because this is the first day of the cruise. People can't go back to their room, put their bags down yet or anything like that. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to eat. Just be aware. This is why you want to get on board kind of right away to take advantage of no lines. But even if you don't get on board right away, deck 8, still a ghost town. You know, something my mom said, she's like, why do you guys have to get here so early? Why do you have to get on the ship so early? We went down to deck 8. There was no one on deck 8. There's still probably no one on deck 8. But this is the line for Guy's Burgers. This is probably a good 40-minute line for Guy's Burgers. So just be aware. You want to get on board. You want to get what you go as quick as possible. And why I made this guide is so you know to not get stuck in that. And even if you were to come right up here, it'll be like that too. The thing is, Guy's Burgers is open until 6 o'clock every night, and people eat dinner starting at like 5. So you pop up here earlier in the day, you're not going to have any problem. No wait. Guy's Burgers are really good, but they're not good enough for a 40-minute line. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go do a little bit more exploring because we still have a little bit of time till we can get into our cabins. So we're going to do a little bit of exploring right now. So it's 12:30 now. We got on the boat about an hour and a half ago. And the problem is the rooms are not going to be available for another hour. So the problem is, I mean, if you look behind me, the elevators are jammed. All the seating up in the Ocean View is jammed. Not the Ocean View, God. Me calling celebrity venues. All the seating up in the Lido, the Celebration is jammed. So you just have to find somewhere to kind of sit down and relax for a little bit. So we're going to look for that. I think that's actually going to be by the Emerald's Bistro, because that seems to be nice and quiet and no one there. So I think that's where we're going to go. We're going to go over, just I'll take you with me. It's just right on deck 7. Really cool section. I'm actually going to do a whole video on this later on the cruise. This is called the Gateway, and they have a airline-themed bar right here, which is really cool because it changes and goes to different destinations every single night. The drinks change. Those windows up there are not really windows, but you know, this seems to be the place to kind of hang out right now. I don't think anybody's really going to bother us, so we're just going to have a seat here and wait for our rooms to be available. And when our rooms are available, I'll take you to the room, give you a little idea of what you can do in the cabin, and I'll bid you do it sail away party so you can kind of see what you do right when you get on board the ship. So we finally settled on a place that I've passed out in before. If you've ever seen it, it'll be linked up in the corner. My most infamous video, which was how fast can I do all 15 drinks on the ship. I made it to number 14, and I passed out right there on that table. I was drooling, I was snoring, and someone came over and gave me a bottle of water. So it's bringing back memories here. But this seems to be a nice, big, comfy couch. Nice place to chill, nice place to kind of relax before we go to the cabin and probably take a nap, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I'm having a food coma right now and it's time for a nap. So we might take a nap, then we'll go check out the sail away, and then we'll be done here with this video, which is kind of what to do when you get on board. Right now is a good time to set up your internet, check things you want to book and stuff like that, because still nobody has their keys, nobody has their folio numbers, and guess what? If you watch this video and you made it this far, you do. So now's the time to go ahead and do that. It is 1:30 and we have access to our cabins. So fortunately now it's time for a little bit of nap time before the sail away. I will tell you a lot of the lines, we were just up at by the roller coaster and stuff like that. A lot of the lines at Big Chicken from earlier, the lines at the burger place from earlier have quieted down quite a bit. If we did want to go get some chicken or a burger right now, would probably be a pretty good time to do it. You know why? Because everybody's going to their room right now to drop their bags off. There's pros and cons of getting here early. I like to get on board early because you can get to the pizza place, you get the sandwich place, you can get to the barbecue place, and you get to a lot of places in good time. But now I think is the time that if you wanted to, you take a swing up, you'd go to the Guy's Burgers, Shaq's Big Chicken, the I want to call it Chipotle, but it's not Chipotle. Oh, God. El Loco Fresh. You go to places like that now. This is what you do when you get on board. Once you're on board and your cabins are ready, I mean, realistically, your cruise starts. One of the things of note, you noticed I haven't gotten a drink so far. And that's because I generally won't drink before we leave the port in Miami because they charge you tax for some ungodly reason. We do have 2 American ports this cruise, San Juan and St. Thomas. So I don't know if they're going to charge, San Juan has a sales tax. St. Thomas doesn't have a sales tax. But I do not have the drink package this cruise, so I'm going to do a whole separate video that's going to show you what you should do if you don't have the drink package and how you can get more than 15... Oh, I shouldn't say that out loud. How you can get more than 15 drinks a day. But I think that about wraps it up for what to do when you're getting on board your Carnival ship. This is Richard from No Pants Profits, showing you what to do before you get on board your ship, reminding you that when you wear no pants, there's only one thing you got left to lose, and that is your shirt. Have a great one. Bye.